Hey rail fans, Fred here. I'm going to try to make this quick, but I got 3 projects going on. It's been a while since my last video, so my last video was entitled Now You See It, Now You Don't. Well, this is the don't part of it. I'm going to start tearing apart this bench work that I made, although I'm pretty proud of it for my first job. And I'm going to start tearing it apart and rebuilding it into smaller modules. Come around to the top of it, and you can see I used white foam board. I've ripped some pieces off here. It's really on there good. So all that has to come off. And then I'm going to cut it down to size and make smaller modules that will fit together. Make it easier to move if I have to move it or whatnot. But this is just way too big. Anyway, this whole little story behind it, this foam board, which I found out later was not the type to use. You should use the blue or the pink foam board. But not knowing at that time, I just bought the white foam board. And I brought it home, and I watched a video on YouTube from Derek using liquid nails for projects to glue it down. So I thought, oh, that's a good idea, and I bought 1 tube of liquid nails. Well, 1 tube got me maybe a little over halfway through it, and I ran out. So I probably did a little overkill, because this stuff is really glued down tight, let me tell you. But I finished it up with Elmer's glue, so, and that seemed to work. So, but anyway, that all has to come off. So that's one thing. Second thing is this old, it was somebody's yard. My neighbor gave it to me before he moved. I don't know who he got it from. I don't think he ever used it. But it's a whole bunch of track and switches, and there's a crossover, and I think there's a Y in here somewhere. Yeah, down here it's got a Y, and it's old track. It's been up in my rafters for probably 20 years or close to it. But anyway, I posted this and asked for suggestions. Well, I finally wrote Mike Pfeiffer and asked him to take a look at it. He took a look and said, you know what, Fred, that looks like good track. You ought to try to save it. And you know, knowing the price of these switch machines, man, there's a whole bunch of them on here. I could save a lot of bucks too. So I'm going to be cleaning this up and taking it apart and seeing what I can salvage off it. That's project number 2. As we swing around in the black hole of my garage, there's my pickup truck. This is my 3rd project, a whole box full of paints I found up in my rafters, including, I just want to go through and see if I can salvage any of these. There's tons of them, and they're all flats, a lot of military flat colors. I used to do some military model building at one time, but I found this in there. It's my old airbrush, and it's been sitting up in those rafters for so many years. I thought, there's no way this will work. And it probably won't, but I bet if I clean it up, it will. One thing I noticed, you know, my garage gets over 100 degrees during the summer. This tubing, look at this. It's still like it was, like I just bought it. It's not hard, it's not cracking. It's in beautiful shape, so that's a good thing. Anyway, those are the 3 projects I'll be working on over the next few weeks, maybe a month. One other thing, I want to thank Big Bill Graham for picking Freddy the Flycatcher as the winning gnome name. So thank you, Bill. Thanks for the little gift you sent me. I appreciate it. And I hope you enjoy Freddy for a lot of years to come. That little gift certificate was really nice, and I went ahead and purchased a 2-stall engine house with it from Midwest Modelers. So that's all a good thing. Thanks again, Bill. Appreciate it. I wasn't expecting anything, honestly, but a handshake and a pat on the back. And of course, last but not least, I have my shop vac out here because you know what? This stuff is going to be a mess. So on that note, I'll let you guys go. For you pros, this is probably boring, but for rookies out there like me, maybe I can help them out. Leave me a comment, even if it's just an attaboy. I really appreciate hearing from someone, so I know I'm not wasting my time here. So thanks again, and talk to you on the next video. Bye.